Tonight we celebrate the extraordinary careers of two journalists who are deeply missed. Gwen Ifill of PBS NewsHour and Washington Week, who passed away in 2016. And Bill Plante of CBS News, who left us last year. The 2023 Dunnigan-Payne Prize honors Gwen and Bill. Now, beyond their well-known accomplishments, let me share a couple of memories that tell us a bit about who they were. Gwen and I were colleagues at NBC News back in the 90s. I did not know her well at that time. As I was visiting D.C. covering my very first presidential race, I casually shared with her that I really didn't get why a campaign made certain behind-the-scenes moves. As Gwen was heading to her car, she stopped, turned around, and offered up her experienced and smart take on what was really going on. Now, that helped me in the moment, but she gave me something much bigger. She showed me that real pros stop, turn around, and help out. Her example made me want to be that kind of colleague. Thank you, Gwen. And Bill, more than 50 years at CBS News, was a master of the shouted question at the White House, one of the president's favorites, I'm sure. Many of us also knew Bill's gift for making presidential trips real-life memories by finding time to experience the flavor of the places we visited. Around the world, he would select a perfect restaurant, the right bottle of wine, and bring together a group of us to hear his stories and share some of our own. A rooftop in Vietnam, hearing about his war coverage was exceptional. What a memory. He encouraged us to savor the journey of this job. Thank you, Bill. Gwen and Bill were gracious and generous. John Dickerson of CBS News shows us how their tremendous careers leave a legacy of excellence.
How do you do? My name is Bill Plante, and I'd like to show you some of my work.
For 52 years at CBS News, Bill Plante showed us his work, covering the civil rights struggle.
Is this the grand climax?
The Vietnam War.
Bill Plante, CBS News, PNY.
And Presidents Reagan, Clinton, Bush, and Obama.
Mr. President, do you believe Osama bin Laden's denial that he had anything to do with this?
Bill's approach was simple. Ask direct questions and keep your opinion out of it.
Did you make a mistake in sending arms to Tehran, sir?
No, and I'm not taking any more questions.
His baritone encased the best of accountability journalism from his front row seat to history, even when getting to that seat required a climb.
That was very impressive.
Or when he wasn't in it.
Bill Plante? No, Bill's not here. That's shocking.
Bill was beloved around the halls of CBS News, collaborative, generous in spirit, and with spirits. On the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday,
Mr. President, why is there such a disparity in the way blacks and whites see race relations?
Bill conducted his final presidential interview, steps from the Edmund Pettus Bridge, a place where he'd witnessed the march to Montgomery a half a century earlier, at a time when a black president seemed impossible.
A white newsman, Bill Plante, who covered the marches then and who is with us here today, quipped that the growing number of white people lowered the quality of the singing.
Gwen Ifill, a preacher's daughter, came of age in the civil rights era. Her journalism career began at a Boston newspaper.
I came to work as an intern and found a racial slur directed at me at my workspace. And instead of getting insulted and suing, I just hung in there.
And we're lucky she did. Her talent took her to the Baltimore Evening Sun, Washington Post, and New York Times, where she covered the Clinton White House.
How do you address those two things?
From NBC News.
Then television came calling. First, NBC.
Bob Dole really does have a good argument to make about how his tax cut will help women.
Then, in 1999, to the PBS NewsHour and Washington Week. She became the first black woman moderator of a national public affairs show. Gwen was also admired for incisive questions and thorough preparation, skills she brought to the PBS NewsHour anchor desk as one half of the first all-female network news team.
Good evening, I'm Judy Woodruff.
And I'm Gwen Ifill.
She moderated a pair of vice presidential debates and tangled with presidents, too.
I always appreciated Gwen's reporting, even when I was at the receiving end of one of her tough and thorough interviews.
In a city so often defined by cold power and its abuse, Gwen Ifill shared what she had achieved, turning her smile to light the way for those she could help. She was often a first, but she made sure she wasn't the only.
Promise to care about more than yourself, to affect the lives of those around you.
Tonight, we honor Bill Plante and Gwen Ifill posthumously with the Dunnigan-Payne Prize for Lifetime Career Achievement.
What a remarkable legacy. And accepting the Dunnigan-Payne Prize on Bill's behalf is his son, Chris Plante. And for Gwen, please welcome her brother, Bert Ifill.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.